Hey guys, so in this video I'm not going to try and do a like-for-like comparison with the DJI Action 2 and the GoPro Hero 10 because they are two very different cameras, but what I will do is I will compare things like the video quality, the audio quality, stabilization, that kind of thing. I guess that is pretty much a comparison, but they are two different cameras for two kind of different shooting scenarios, so which one you use is really going to depend on what you're filming. So my video is basically going to be based on what the benefits and the features are of each and how each one would be suited to different shooting needs, so that you could basically decide which one would be best for you. So as far as comparisons go, I will compare the video quality and the audio quality first. This is what the audio sounds like from the Hero 10, and this is what the audio sounds like from the Pocket 2. So neither of the cameras have an external microphone. It's just the audio that's coming directly from the cameras themselves. So this is what the difference in audio sounds like, and yeah. Both of them allow you to attach an external microphone, but with the Pocket 2 you do need to have the do-it-all handle, and then with the GoPro Hero 10 you need to have the media mod. And once you've got both of those attached on either camera, then you're pretty much good to go and you can use any external mic. So those clips were both shot using auto exposure settings, so I hadn't shot in manual settings or anything. So the next clips that I'll show you will be in manual exposure with using ND filters, because both cameras are able to use ND filters, and for that I use Freewell ND filters for the Pocket 2 and the Freewell filters for the GoPro Hero 10 as well. So the next thing that I wanted to test and that I wanted to show you and compare was how each camera performed in low light against each other. So the Pocket 2 and the Hero 10 both do pretty well in low light, but I still think that the Pocket 2 has better low light capabilities. The other thing is, if you want to shoot in low light with the Hero 10, you will have to use a gimbal, because when the shutter speed drops below a certain value, then the image stabilization in the Hero 10 isn't very good. It just doesn't really work, so you're still going to get wobbly footage, whereas with the Pocket 2, because it is basically a gimbal, it performs perfectly in low light situations. You don't need anything extra. In terms of the colour profiles, I shot in the flat colour profile with the Hero 10 and also the natural colour profile with the Hero 10, and then the cine-like colour profile with the DJI Pocket 2, so that you could just see the difference between the two. Again, I still think that the Pocket 2 looks better. It's also easier to colour correct the Pocket 2 footage, the cine-like Pocket 2 footage, so the flat colour profile, than it is to colour correct the Hero 10 flat and natural colour profile with the Hero 10. The one cool thing about the Hero 10 though, if you do shoot in flat, I think it's flat, yeah, flat or natural, is that you can use Film Convert to colour correct and colour grade the footage, which actually makes it a lot easier. But also for the DJI Pocket 2, I have created some corrective LUTs, which you can literally just slap on the top and it will do all the colour correcting for you with minimal to no changes from your end, basically. So in terms of the durability, the Pocket 2 is definitely more fragile than the Hero 10, because the Pocket 2 isn't an action camera. It's not the kind of thing that you can just chuck around and just throw in your bag and be okay with it. You know, the Hero 10 is an action camera, so it's designed to take a bit of a battering. So that's where the two of them are kind of different in that respect. The other thing is that the Hero 10 is waterproof, completely straight out of the box. You don't need anything else. So if you were going to be out and about and you were going to be vlogging with it and it started raining, you'd be absolutely fine. Whereas with the Pocket 2, you'd have to put it in a waterproof case because it's not waterproof and it's not weather sealed. So that is the downside of the Pocket 2. So if you're literally only going to be vlogging and you're not really bothered about mounting the camera anywhere, you're just going to be holding it out in front of you, talking, getting some B-roll as well, then the Pocket 2 is going to be fantastic. It's such a great camera. I've had it for nearly a year and I absolutely love it and still use it to this day. But if you want to be able to vlog as well as get action shots at the same time, and you still want something which is going to be really good quality, then the Hero 10 is the one that you're going to want to go for. It just makes sense. So I hope that was useful. I hope it gave you an idea of, if you were sitting on the fence, which one to get. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and if this video was useful, do give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already.